Hi, I'm Diana. Welcome to my studio. Today I'm going to show you how to string a canvas for either a gallery or for home use. I have been an artist for several years now. I've shown in galleries and markets and art walks and even hung commissions in people's homes. So I will show you how I do it. We'll need some supplies. You can get them at the hardware store, local artists, supply store, or Amazon. I get quite a few things from them in bulk. If you plan to do a lot, you'll need a measuring tape, a pencil, wire, screwdriver, wire cutters, felt rounds, D-rings, and that should do us. This canvas is a 20 by 24. It is blank at the moment, but I know what I'm going to be putting on it, and it's going to be long ways like this. So this is 24 inches down. I do the thirds. So I measure this. I'm going to do it from this end. I measure this. The third is 8 inches. And it's really important to be exact. And the reason for that is, if you're not exact, you think, oh, well, this is close to 8, and so is this side. Your string, when you have it on a wall, it will eventually float down. It'll be moving on you all the time. So do get it very equal on both sides. Use your pencil. 8. So that's a third of the length. So I have my marks. And then what's next is figuring out what kind of D-ring you want to use. This painting will only, I think, do a 1 screw D-ring. For bigger ones, you can get 2, but those are very big for a very large painting. These ones I really quite like. And a D-ring gives equal pressure on the screw. So you see this D-ring, it has 1 flat side and 1 curved side. So you would want to make sure the curved side is up. Position it so the top of your painting will be here. So you would position it here. And I want to talk about this because people will put it straight across like that. People will put it inside the, they think, well, that's going to be, easy on your wall. But actually, it is a weaker connection when you put them in there. Straight across, again, there's a lot more pressure for it to be pulled up, and then your wire is moving on you, which isn't always a great thing. So I find that if you put it right in the middle of the 8 inches and point it up towards you, and then put a screw. But before I carry on with that, I want to talk about other things too. You've seen these kind of connections that you put them on the top and you can do. That's fine for at home. And of course, the different sizes for the different sizes of canvases. But if you want to put it in a gallery, they want it a certain way. You should call them and talk to them on how they like things hung, because everybody's different. I just found myself entering in a gallery, a small, and they want it exactly 3 inches from the top. So they're all exactly the same. There was quite a few other artists. So they all hung the exact same way. But in other galleries, in the bigger galleries, they like a third, but the wire coming and 4 inches down. Like I say, you need to find out by the gallery that you're applying to. But this is how I do it. These are from Amazon, and they come in big bags like this, and they also supply your little screws. So you're not running around the whole house looking for a screw that's probably not going to fit properly. But inside this bag will be screws, and there's a link for that. Oh, and I do want to talk about this. Hopefully you can see it. A lot of people like to use these little eye hooks, I think they're called. And I used to do that myself. And you see that I'm holding one that's been wrapped fairly poorly. And that is me years ago. And I'm holding this now because it actually worked itself right out of the canvas. So I tend not to want to use these little, I guess it's fine if you're doing it at home, but D-rings, that's the way to go. So let's get started. Let's open the little bag for these little screws. A couple of screws. And lots of people use electric screwdrivers and that. You can see this is very well worn. I love it. It is magnet. It has a little magnet, so I never have really too much trouble. Well, of course, it's not going to work for you today, but. And why won't it work for you today? That is weird. It's like, anyways, we will line this up. Sometimes you poke a little hole in there. My fingers are. And then push down. And, oh, yeah. Always when you're on camera, things don't go well. It's like, get the screw down in there. Get it started anyways. We want to make sure that it's a lot faster, I guess, with drill. One of my artist friends, she uses the drill and it's like zip, zip, zip. And I'm like, it's like, so it's 8 inches. It's a third of the distance, 24. So I have the screws in, and again, we want to make sure they're going up towards the top, and we'll measure once we put the wire in 4 inches down. It's so funny. It's just like watching paint dry. And if you're an artist, you know what that's like. So nice and tight. Both sides. There. Phew, what a job. Okay, let's talk about the wire, because that's what comes next. I use the super soft, finger-friendly soft strand. This is a wire that has a plastic coating on it, and it's very, very pliable, so you don't have to worry about that. This will hold up to 43 pounds. And again, I get this from Opus because I do a lot of stringing. There's on a reel 500 feet. So first off, I would take it into the top and leaving some distance. See that? Press it. And then you want to go back over. We're doing a knot. And bring it through to the other side. Some people like to use little pliers to pull it through to be really super tight. I just use my wiggle it through. pull it as tight as you can. Once you have it nice and tight, once you have it as tight as you can, you start wrapping it around the string. Some people like to go like all the way through, but it's not really necessary. If you have a nice knot, you don't want it slipping, so you pull hard. And when you feel like that is nice. Talking about wires, I used to use, any kind of wire you can get, which I was just showing you here. This was for a small painting, but holy moly, this stuff pricks your finger. I've bled. So if you are going to use different wire without the plastic, make sure you're nice to the customers or your clients, or even to yourself, and put tape on the ends when you're done, because once they buy your piece of work, they're going to have to hang it, and there's a lot of moving of the wire, and there's a lot of finger pricking. Okay, so I used plastic when I found out about that. You can also get little pliers and pinch that too, but that's a nice wrap there. I find this isn't strong enough yet. I don't know why my so strange. Anyways, so then you want to take it and measure your handy measure tape again, where this is going to move this down a bit. You're 20, so 10. And you want to be 4 inches. Put 4 inches, so your one side tight would be about there. So I would even mark the back to remind yourself. Okay, so here we will take it over there, and you know that you're going to wrap it a bit. So I would give yourself about that much, which is probably 4 inches. Get your pliers or your wire snippers. Give it a snip. And be careful, the wire will go crazy on you if you don't put it back. All right, so here we go, our little mark to put a little knot on this side. About there. Careful you're not pulling it, so really tight, really tight, really tight. Okay. Nice face, I'm sorry. And then do it the same as that. Just wrap it around nice and tight. And after you've done that, you need to think about your felt. You want to do all 4 corners. It not only, and this is what I'm talking about, these felt stickers, and it'll go into the corners. They don't only protect the customer's walls, but there are really actually some really good reasons to be putting them on the ends in the corners. One reason is it gives air in behind your canvas once you've hung it on the wall. And also, if it's hanging on a wall, oil painted walls, it will seep into your canvas or vice versa. So this gives some air circulation behind, protects your wall, and yeah, for seepage. So we'll do that. So there we go. We have, that's good. Good and strong. And that's pretty simple to do. You just take that off. Yeah, simple. Just like my screwdriver. And you put it right in the corners. And you do that. All 4 of them. And then that's ready to go. Thanks for watching. See you next time.